The family of fallen Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick was at last night's primetime hearing where they heard for the first time, along with the rest of the nation, exactly what happened to Officer Sicknick on that day. He confronted the rioters before suffering 2 strokes and dying of natural causes the next day. Capitol Police Officer Carolyn Edwards, who was injured in the riot, described the scene.
All of a sudden, I see movement to the left of me, and I turned, and it was Officer Sicknick with his head in his hands. And he was ghostly pale, which I figured at that point that he had been sprayed, and I was concerned. My, cop alarm bells went off.
Joining me now are Brian Sicknick's brothers, Ken and Craig Sicknick. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. I know you were at the hearing last night. I know your mother was there as well. What was it like for you to hear Officer Edwards' testimony?
It was, so I didn't know the part about, I knew Brian got sprayed. I've seen the video only once because it's very hard for me to watch it, but I didn't know of the look of his skin, that he was pale when he got hit by the. So that was new to us. I can't say that I'm hardened to this, but it's been over a year of constantly seeing attacks and video and news agencies. So there wasn't a lot of shock per se, but it was new information to us.
In my case, I actually felt a knot in the pit of my stomach the entire time watching. It was hard to watch. Again, I've pretty much tuned out most news sources except for written since a couple days after January 6th.
I can only imagine. And I want people to know, we had told you we were going to play that video as we were introducing you because we know that you don't want to see it, so you could look away for that. But you do want the American people to see it. Why?
Well, I mean, honestly, I do pay attention to some of the conversations, rhetoric, whatever you want to call it, out there, pertaining to, in particular, the January 6th committee investigating this, the insurrection. That it was a it was a tourist attraction. It was, everybody was singing "Kumbaya" with each other. I wish, and I actually saw a lot of people saying, well, I'm not going to watch it. It's a dog and pony show. That's just them being ignorant. They really need to see what actually happened that day.
Both of us have spoken to quite a few people who were there. This was definitely not fake. It was definitely not a horse and pony show. There was a mob riot. People died. How do we fix this? This is, everything's become so polarized. People have their minds made up already. Many won't listen. It's sad.
I know you had a chance to speak with Officer Edwards in private around her testimony. What did she tell you?
Well, she told us what a hero Brian was. That while she was going through the ordeal she was going through, Brian was right there with her. Brian was filling, whenever there was a breach in the line, Brian was filling that breach. It's just, it's reassuring to know he was a hero. I just wish he was still here.
I'm so sorry again for both of your loss. And I know how hard it is for you to relive it again and again and again as the rest of the country sees this evidence, some of it for the first time. Your brother's partner, Sandra Garza, issued a statement before the testimony last night. She said, "Justice for me, justice for Brian, would be having Donald Trump in prison, but it doesn't seem like that ever happens. The man seems to escape justice time and time again, but maybe today would change that. That would be a wonderful thing." For you, what would justice be for your brother?
I mean, that's the least that could happen, would be him being thrown in prison. That night, while he was laughing and, cheering on the crowds, he still would wake up in the morning and be able to see his family.
Donald Trump has never paid the price for anything he has done his entire life. Any mistake he's made, it's all been swept under the carpet. It's all been made to go away. Let's see if it happens again or if there is actually justice served.
And just again, as we sit here with, I guess, 2 weeks more of hearings in front of us, what is it that you want to see from these hearings?
Well, I'd like to see the truth come out. There's a lot of fog. There's a lot of fog out there that just, people, especially the people that are defending Donald Trump, oh, he did this, he called up the National Guard. Well, that was debunked last night. All of the hero that he is, he's not. He's by and large, he's a narcissist. It's all about him. He couldn't care less about my brother. You know what? I'll say this: we got calls from a lot of politicians after my brother had passed, including Mike Pence. Not one tweet, not one note, not one card, nothing from him, because he knows.
Not even a postcard.
He knows he's the cause of the whole thing.
But he doesn't care.
Well, Ken, Brian, I do appreciate you being with us last night. I know it's been a difficult 24 hours for you. Please give our best to your mother as well. Thank you.
Thank you.